Hi, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Ashley Sage, and we're back again with number, I think it's 9, Fairy Chat. And my beautiful friend here, the Avalon Faerie. Say hi, everybody.
Hello.
So it's been a minute. We were both just discussing how crazy the last few months have been. And we both agreed that we had to come back and do this because it was time,
Definitely. The fairies are screaming for another fairy video.
right? Yeah. So we're gonna start today off differently. We're gonna start with a fairy card pull first, and then we're gonna go from there. See what they want to tell us instead of going with a theme, because it's been so long. It's been a hard couple months for everybody. So we're gonna start off first with cards, and then we'll get into it. Okay.
Sounds good.
All right. Let's see what comes up. Good God, you're gonna make me cry, both of them.
Yeah, I got three. It's a
Okay.
bit interesting, but yeah, do you want to? Shall we start with yours?
Yeah. Okay. We'll start with mine. Okay. So I got the blessing and the maiden. So the blessing. Although it's also an 8. We're the year of the 8, 53. Okay. So the blessing comes in. Sorry. Let's show everybody. Oh, yeah, it's beautiful. This is like the new beginnings. This is like start each day fresh. Don't think about the future. Don't think about the past. Live each day as it comes, right? So that's part of the blessing. It's like starting a new beginning. Every day is a new process. Every day is a new chance to like express yourself, start something new, start fresh, right? Even if it's in the middle of the day, you can still start fresh, right? It doesn't have to be at the end of the day. It doesn't have to be the beginning of the day. It could be at any point. So taking that blessing to whatever it is, just remembering there's always a new beginning, right? There's no, oh, I have to start next week, or I have to start it next month, or, New Year's was on the 1st or whatever. No, it doesn't matter. Like that's the beginning. And then we got the maiden, number 22, my favorite number. So the maiden almost got me crying. Uh, is just remembering love. Love is the frequency. Remembering about how it first felt to fall in love, how that initial feeling of like loving someone or something or that initial like spark, sitting in that feeling. One, I do feel like these two together. My lights are going crazy. Sorry. These two together, I do feel like there could be some love coming in this year, actually, in the next few months, which is actually quite interesting. I got a little hit off them, but also with the maid in there, when it comes to love, it doesn't mean romantic love. It means like falling in love with life again, falling in love with the earth again, falling in love with animals, falling in love with your home, falling in love with your car, whatever it is. Remembering that first initial feeling, because love is the only frequency. Like we have to aspire to live on that frequency of love, right? Just because it's super hard, right? And it's scary sometimes, but that's like you gotta do it. So that they're gonna make me cry today. I think I needed that too. Well, of course I needed it, right? So everybody else clearly needed it as well. So yeah, 10 out of 10. I approve. Yeah, thanks, guys. Okay, what are
that, that,
yours?
that is so gorgeous and it's so lovely. And you're right. Like the love thing is that is the frequency, and you have to take that leap sometimes with love and just go for it and just enjoy it and know it might be scary and it might not go anywhere. It's the positive.
Yeah.
My guys are kind of out to complement this, I think.
Ooh.
Yeah, so this this is one of those things. Me and Ashley were talking beforehand about how the fairies are really trying to talk at the moment. Like everybody wants to talk,
Yeah.
um, and so the first one I pulled was the Dancona, and he is
Ooh.
so he's quite interesting. He is all about kind of the I don't know if you could see, but his little mask that he's got on, sort of this half mask that he's
Yeah.
wearing. Um, he's very much kind of okay. So don't be blinded by the idea of glamour. Look for the deeper meaning, and in exactly that, in sort of the love. It's not just the bright and shiny kind of magpie kind of looking at things. It's looking for that deeper meaning and
Yeah.
the real kind of message behind something you love. It's not about how attractive it looks on the outside. It's about the deeper meaning behind that. And then the two that kind of came following that, which I love that the Maiden came out, were Tabira of the Waters and the Singer of Connection. So Tabira is very based around gracefully accepting change, getting used to exactly that sort of thing, sitting in the moment with yourself, sitting by the waters and just enjoying playing with them and being in that moment and not worrying too much about what else is going on. Okay, let's sit and meditate for a bit. Let's understand what emotions we're going through right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Singer of Connection, exactly that reconnect with, the singers are huge. The singers are the powerhouses, if you like, of the kind of elemental realm, and the connection is with everything, with anything. That exact same thing about, it's not just about romantic love, it's about the love you have for everything, anything, yourself, as you said, animals, trees, the earth, everything. It's kind of get connected with everything.
Right?
I definitely think that the that's the kind of thing. It's like be more simple and structured and just really enjoy yourself.
Right? And then just remembering that there are like such beautiful things happening in the world, right? And like I was saying, the last few months have been chaotic for me, as well as you, and as well as most of the people I know in my life, my friends, my family, people I talk to. There's people in every city. It's just been just a little bit of chaos the last little bit, and it's I think one of the beautiful things, and it's really hard to do, is remembering the small things, remembering the good things, right? Because we get stuck in like chaos of everything that's happening, the fires, the floods, the atrocities, right? Like we all get stuck in that, the web, right? We get literally stuck in it, right? But then we have to remember that we can unstick the web, right? We just need a good rain, right? And sometimes a good rain is just a good rain of love, right? To kind of just wash us away from there. Let's start fresh, remembering what is more important, right? Remembering that we're more important, life is more important, focusing on the small things instead of how do we fix all the big nasty things, because we can't all fix the big nasty things, right? We can support ourselves and we can support other people to fix the big nasty things, right?
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Loving small before we get too big.
Exactly, and it's only by starting with the small things that you can change the big things, because if you don't change those fundamental small things, the things that underpin those larger things, it doesn't matter what you do. If you build the big tabletop on unsteady legs, it's just not going to stay. Whereas if you make sure you get those legs stable, then you've got a good platform to base yourself on then. So yeah, definitely and the little things are the way that we can empower ourselves, because as you say, it's very difficult to get involved in those big things. It's very difficult to have the strength, especially at the moment, as you say, with everything being so chaotic, to only focus on the big things, whereas you can empower yourself by focusing on the smaller things, changing the things that you can change, working. And it might feel, sometimes it does, you just think, oh my gosh, I'm not getting anywhere, I'm just but that just by taking those small steps, you are getting somewhere, and you are making a difference to your life, to other people's lives. It's by making those small efforts, you make it better. You just do. You just bring that little brightness to the world.
10 out of 10. Yeah. And, we're coming into the Chinese New Year right now. It's on the 10th. I believe it is Saturday, 9th, or 10th and 9th and 10th, something like that. It's Year of the Dragon. It's technically the only mythical creature on the Chinese calendar or whatever. But we all know they're real, right? Come on. So coming into this new year, right, and coming into February, March, that's like the season's starting to spring up, right? So now it's time to actually get that motivation going. Usually we get a little more of a rest during winter, but we didn't. But that's okay. So I know like coming into the next few weeks is going to be a little bit easier. I know February is still kind of hard for a lot of people, but there's lots of, clearly we all needed this just to know that there's lots of really good energy coming through, sitting in that magic, remembering just to, honor our fairy fairy energies, honor the world, honor the, nature, hug your cat, right? Keep yourself grounded, right?
Yeah, definitely. All that kind of good stuff, or remembering that there is that good stuff, that the whole point of the winter season is remembering that the sun will come out again. Eventually the nights will get shorter and the days will get longer, and it is that same. You sort of sit there thinking, oh gosh, we're in the midst of winter and nothing's ever going to be warm or bright again, but it's sitting there, it's getting there, and it's remembering that it is going to come, and it can take some time, but it will get there. And although, as you say, this winter doesn't feel like it's been quite the rest period that you would expect from from a winter season, it's clearly something we just needed to get out of the way. And I guess we're humans, we have to endure these things sometimes, but
and exactly, learning how to endure it and then figure it out going forward, right? Like, how do I make myself better from this, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Sitting in the love and starting something new.
Oh,
also maybe falling in love.
Oh yeah, that's really that falling in love, that getting connected, really kind of spending your time with nature and get out there. And if you watch the spring, if you watch the season, spring is fantastic for really realizing that sort of everything reawakens. Everything can come out, and go outside and watch the sort of the trees bud, and the flowers come up, and things start to happen. Just watch that stuff. And I know here we've already got some of the birds nesting, getting ready for their, you can see them in the trees, the leaves come through, so they're all ready for it.
And my yard, because it snowed here quite a bit the last week, is covered in rabbit tracks. So they're just having a time. Like, they're having clearly a party at night in my yard.
Yeah.
Tracks everywhere, and I was just like, "What are you guys? How many of you are here?" But getting excited, right? They can feel the change of season. So I didn't notice any other like tracks earlier in the year every time, and I was like, "Where are my bunnies?" And now I'm like, "Oh, okay, they're ready. They're ready to come out." So that'll be good.
That's it, and that's what we need to do. We need to notice that, exactly as you were saying. You need to notice those small things. So you've noticed the bunny tracks are back. And that's made you feel good. And it's that kind of thing. It's just taking stock of those little things that actually the world is not quite as horrendous as it may sometimes feel.
Totally. Oh my god. Well, this was much needed. Thank you for coming on again. I appreciate it.
Oh, I love it. Love talking. I'll just talk about the fairies all day.
Right? Yeah. Thank you everybody for watching. I'll put all my links in the description. I'll put all of Avalon Faerie's links in the description as well. Feel free to reach out, support our channel, support us. You want to just write a comment. I love that as well. I want to hear about your experiences, and we'll see you guys again soon. Bye.
Everyone.